been a little while since we played this last, so let's jump on in. I think we only missed like the first week. I think that we're on the second week here. But yeah, I think we'll continue playing some more Forza for a little while, and then maybe after a couple weeks we'll find another racing game to switch out to. I feel like that's a pretty staple category we've been pretty consistent with. Okay. Almost read an Ahab story tonight about someone running over a dog named Mr. Pickles, but it turned out to be a fake story, so I didn't save it. Oh, oh man, that'd be rough. Yeah. Anyways, minutes on horizon or sure.
Welcome back, Commander.
So we're in a Cinco de Mayo series here tonight. Oh wow, look at all that. Oh yeah, the Realms just started. I still don't quite understand what this is. Is it just like a private area? Mess around in and do stuff? No, not Mr. Pickles. So is this like certain areas that are decorated up? Alright, here we go. Dive into Horizon Realms. Oh no, go back up. Go back up. Skill mode and free roam. So timed mode to bank highest scores and have leaderboard. Free mode, an evolving world by yourself or in a convoy up to 11 people. Coming in, 4 new cars. You can unlock these cars by completing the new exclusive Realms accolades. So there's one of the Horizon circuit, the stadium circuit. Okay. Wow, wow, a lot of... Oh, Nissan Retro car pack. Only if you want to buy that. Okay. So yeah, then they recently the new or this game was released on PlayStation 5. So any of you guys that play on PlayStation, this is now available to you. So you can play Forza Horizon 5 on PlayStation, which is one of the weirdest things to say. It's been an Xbox exclusive ever since it's the whole series has been out. So it's kind of a little weird to hear that it's now on PlayStation, which is fine. It's weird enough seeing it on PC too. I like that they have holiday themes in the game. Yeah, they do have some interesting, fun things like that. So probably the only bummer with this game is that they don't have much of a winter season. It just, I mean, the 4th game had a lot more snow, so you could see like actual snow season, like the winter. But here it's just like snow is only on top of a mountain. But they'll do winter stuff. They'll do certain holidays and things. So, good times. I like to try to find cars I haven't driven yet, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do one of each of these. So yeah, Connor Bronson, the game you were playing tonight. How old is that game? Is it like kind of? Are they actively developing and working on that Bible game, or? Is that like, has that been out for a while now and just kind of forgotten? I mean, it looked a little rough on the edges. And parts of it kind of looked a little fun, but also seemed a little short. I've got to get used to driving in this again. Hey, Kathy, how's it going? Welcome in. How was... So I take it your Bed Wars with Nolan was a little rough. You weren't playing against the easy kids. You were playing against the hardcore gamers tonight, huh? Going okay, how are you? I'm doing good. Yeah, we were, so, yeah, at the beginning of Connor Bronson's stream, I mentioned I was working in the yard. So we're, around our fence line, we have a bunch of, like, some weeds growing and just, like, volunteer grass that grew. And we're wanting to make some flower beds in that area and then have, like, some hedge plant trees and stuff eventually. And so we're just, like, slowly trying to clear out a lot of the, that stuff so we can, Mrs. Pickles wants to plant some sunflowers up by the fence this year, so, and then we need to get some bark soon, so I'm just chipping away at trying to rip all that stuff out. It's a slow process. Stuff just, like, it's so annoying. Grass grows where you don't really want it to super easily, but if you have a few patches in your yard where you want to grow grass, it takes forever to grow. Whoop, we missed it. I think it was released in 2022, but not sure. It was a little janky, but I think they're working on it because some of the stories said coming soon. Yeah, hopefully it's not just them kind of like, oh, I'm just done with it and we're not going to update it again. So, but yeah, how are your classes going? Are you had a few tests, Kathy, a little while ago. You're probably still in the middle of your semester, so you got more tests coming up soon? New projects? You said you were working on a project with some people that you did your part early and then helped them out by putting the PowerPoint together and stuff. Although very adult stress of growing and keeping grass is something I cannot stand. Yeah. I know, we just finally got our sprinklers back on. So where we live, well, I think most places pretty much, you need to get like a backflow test to make sure that your backflow prevention is actively working correctly, so you don't like backflow contaminated water back into the city connection of their pipes and stuff. And so we just got that done about a week ago, and so we're finally starting to get our lawn watered and stuff like that, so that's good. But we got that. Slowly getting a few more things added into the garden. We're getting close. We're getting close. Had a test today. It didn't go well, to be honest. Oh, sorry to hear that. What was your test on? What subject was it, or what class? There's some classes like history and stuff where you're just trying to regurgitate and remember like facts and stuff like that. I had to what was it? I remember taking a history class my freshman year, and we had like 3 classes a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for like 50 minutes to an hour. And we'd have like, I don't know, a few tests here and there, but it's like they're so far in between that like it's hard for me to remember all the details. Oh, here's some more. And so I got a C in that class, and then cause it's just hard for me to. Some things are just a little harder for me to study. It's hard for me to concentrate and remember just straight facts. But then I had a class, same professor. He's a great professor, by the way. But I had him later on in like a summer class, and it was great. I mean, I had it basically nearly 3 hours a day for 4 weeks straight. We had a test at the end of each week, and everything was still fresh in your mind, and you weren't taking other classes necessarily at the same time to cloud your memory. And I did really well in that class. I got an A, so it's like, if I can just keep, do one class at a time, keep things on the forefront of my brain, then it's not so bad. So, we are on a well, so I'm not sure if that's something we have to do. Probably not. I mean, it's more of a thing if you're connected on like a city water line. So, and you have to have someone that's like certified come and do it, because then they report it and turn it into the city. So if they find out that you didn't get one done and you're using it, they can shut off your water. So it's no laughing matter. It can be pretty serious. So, all right, I don't really know what I'm doing. I just kind of saw these and I started going off, wanting to run into these piñatas. Macroeconomics. Oh man, I remember macroeconomics. That was a class that I had I had an adjunct professor, which is someone like from the community that isn't a normal professor, but they'll come in and teach a class. And it was like once a week for 3 hours at night, from like 6 to 9 or something like that. Had macro and micro that way with the same person. It was all right. I don't really remember. I mean, gosh, that was nearly 15 years ago now that I think about it. So, but I don't know. Gift card. Okay, cool. Got a gift card. Yeah, I mean, I just know that like macroeconomics is more like a big picture, kind of zoom out, kind of holistic view, and then microeconomics is like looking more at the finite details and down to the nitty gritty. I wonder if I can gift cars to people on PlayStation too, or if it's only people on Xbox. But yeah, college was a good time. In some ways, I kind of miss it at times, but then at other times, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of glad I'm not so busy like that. Oh, sorry, Bronson. I didn't see your messages until just now. Man, it's so hard to keep paying attention between two different chat windows there. Yeah, the game you're playing is rough around the edges. Have no idea if it's completed or not. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if someone is making something like that and it's more of a side project, they could literally just stop supporting it and not work on the updates anymore, and you kind of wouldn't know. Got a lot of wheel spins saved up from the time we've been away. Hopefully we can get something new. I mean, you barely get any in-game currency when you do these sometimes. And it's not super useful. It's kind of just it's fun. It's fun when you're newer, when you're getting new stuff, but now it's like, okay, it's kind of boring. Okay. I wish you could have like a default set of settings on here. It's really annoying to have to do these things over and over and over. because they used to have. I mean, once you collect them all, they're all off the table. But when you first start playing this game, you can get a decent variety of different things by doing this. Doing wheel spins, you'd get, of course, in-game credits like money. You get cars, but then you also get there are certain horns that you can unlock. And that were only through the wheel spin system, and then there would be like clothing items for your in-game avatar character. What else? Is there anything else? I don't know. Well, that's not a bad one. Alright. Yes, we know that all these are new. Thank you. First one over here, just go to Car Mastery after all. And we got that already. Okay. Accolades and badges. Oh, are these just things that I've technically done? And they just added them on? Tons of Forza-thon points. Okay, we'll get even more of a currency we don't really use. It's kind of a premium currency for a limited type set of items that rotate. I think some of these things will open up maybe over time or something. Accolades, what else is in here? Really? I've done 20 of those already? I don't remember that. Gonna have a squad on neighbors. Oh, good. I'm hoping, so there's a good chance I'll be able to get a swap graphics cards with one of my buddies who upgraded his computer. And because he doesn't need a fancy graphics card in his PC that he was using previously, because it's more of like a media center machine now. And so I should be able to get a 1060, and hopefully that will be enough to play something like that. I don't think I could probably stream and play at the same time. Might be a little too much, but I probably can still at least play something. So once I get that, I'll let you guys know. I haven't heard from him about it. He offered it, but I don't want to like push it. Be like, hey, you talked about that. When are you gonna give this to me? No. So once I hear back from him on that, and if he is still willing to do that, I'll let you know, and we should hopefully be able to play a few more games with you guys and not be limited by my computer specs. And then hopefully at some point, sometime down the road, I'll be able to build a new computer and have something a little better. I feel like I have a 1060, I think, Bronson. You should look it up. You said your computer is newer, though. Didn't you say that your cousin or your brother or someone just built one for you, like a year ago or something like that, or a few months ago? I think you probably have something a little better than a 1060. Tell him the Lord loves a cheerful giver. That's funny. Turns out if you want a half a million, you just say a racial slur at a park. Oh gosh. I've heard a few headlines on that. I don't know. From the limited bit I've heard on that, it sounds like both parties are not completely out of fault, but there's a lot of gray area, and it's interesting. Anyways, not really here to talk about controversial news topics too much, but Yeah, that wasn't on my bingo card for May 2025. Oh my gosh. You should become one of us. I don't know. I just don't know what technically. Some things I don't have a problem talking about or whatever, but I just don't know what. Whoops. I don't know what is a more of a touchy subject in certain places. Mainly Twitch, I would imagine. So I don't want to push my luck. So. But I'm sure plenty of people have talked about whatever enough, so. I'm sure that, you know, the whole thing would have been avoided if she didn't use the words that she used, but sounds like the other party has some strikes against them already, which is not making it a black and white, kind of cut and dry kind of decision on something, on a topic like that. And I didn't read into it enough to know if it's an accidental thing that she said or if it's literally something that she said on purpose, so I don't know. Anyways. Well, there we go. There's a new one. Gotta keep leveling up. The last one up here. I was kind of hoping that they'd have maybe some new content or some new races with this new release on PlayStation, but honestly, it's more of a thing probably that they are now just getting all this content and they're catching up to speed. So the only new thing is this Realms thing, which I feel like they've been kind of hyping up for a while, but I don't. From what little bit of description we just read of it, it doesn't really sound that earth-shattering. I'm such a waxadoo conspiracy theorist that I think it's all fake and staged. The government is keeping us separated. Yeah, I mean, there's some of that. I wouldn't be surprised, or it just happens to be the story that all these places are pushing to keep us distracted and keep our focus off of maybe something else that is more important. Not saying that it's not important to speak kindly to others and not be saying things you shouldn't, but it's not like a world issue of, I don't know, something that is gonna split nations apart and all this stuff. It's like, I don't know, there's plenty of other things that I feel like are more important. And what was it? People talked about the other incident that happened at that high school a few weeks back, and with the two high schoolers. And that kind of maybe influenced or kind of exasperated what this event is. But anyways, I don't know. Right, like there's 10,000 other things to focus on. Woo! Smash. Choose the topics to divide the people, but I digress. Don't trust anything. Yeah, let's just read chat and run into all the walls. Yeah, there's just so many things that go on nowadays that there's so many dominoes that are falling that influence other things. And, good times. Oh yeah, I remembered it earlier today and I forgot. I need to get that humble bundle or at some point. But hey, Kathy, if you're there, if you are interested in getting Played Up, that game that Bronson and Connor have, let me know. I came across a Humble Bundle. I don't know if you've heard of them. They'll like raise money for charities to sell games at a discount, and you can get them through. I guess you typically get games through Steam that way. But there's one that includes Plate Up, and it's like $7. Or you can pay like 13 and get a couple more games. But I mean, pretty much the only game that I'll be looking for is Plate Up, so it's a really good price just for that one game alone. So if you're interested, I'll throw the link to that bundle in Discord so you can take a look and see. I haven't fully looked at like the charity that it's sponsoring through it, because with those you kind of need to vet them too to make sure you're supporting a good cause, because anyone can call themselves a charity nowadays. But I think it was a decent charity. It was about like feeding hungry kids in other countries and stuff, so I feel like that's a good thing. I think the only main thing is to look at is like how much money is actually going to that, rather than people that organize the charity. So but yeah, I'll drop a link to that in the Discords tonight, and I think it's live until like the 14th or the 17th of this month, so there's still some time left. Okay. All right. Although I don't really have money to spend right now, gotta get my mom Mother's Day present. Okay. Well, we can see what we can do. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll see if I can like gift. I'll see if I can gift a humble bundle, the humble bundle there, and if that works, then I'll try to get you that then. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the main stuff out of this. Let's go back to the mainland. Bubba. Yeah, we'll get you some bubblegum. Feel like, when I was a kid, we'd get bubblegum. We'd always get the Bubble Yum brand. I don't know if you guys remember that. And my favorite gum,
Welcome back, Commander.
bar none, when it's like that fun kid gum stuff, was the grape Bubble Yum. That was my favorite. I don't think I really ever had Hubba Bubba because that was like a name brand. It was more expensive. But yeah, I remember we'd get Bubble Yum, and grape was so good. It was such a good flavor. So much better than just the regular standard bubblegum flavor. Or whatever. Okay. Let me know if any of you guys have ever had that. Okay, so we're there. These are all there, but I don't think it's like stuff for the weekly thing. Here we go. Bazooka Joe was pretty dope. Oh yeah, the bazooka one. That was all right. I feel like those ones didn't really have as much, like the flavor was kind of lacking a lot of the time. Oh, there's a new race here. Cool. They need more stuff like this. Just standard races. There's so many roads here. I don't know why they don't have like almost unlimited, like they could like use AI somehow to like create new races and add those as like rotating events instead of just doing like all these ones that happen that are on these like weekly series. These are all like just existing race routes, but just with a new car restriction or something like that. So it's not like anything new. I love Bubble The green watermelon was so good. The flavor could run out about 10. Yeah, It wouldn't last all that long, but as a kid, at least when I had it, I didn't really notice it as much. I just really enjoyed that first burst of flavor when you put the gum in your mouth. Which one was the one that rolled up in a container? Bubble tape? Was that what it was? Bubble tape? Something like that. Shoes are too expensive. When did we get on the con? Where did that come from, Kathy? Who's talking about shoes? What you talk about, Kathy? Okay. Oh, you have to buy shoes. Gotcha. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, it depends on what kind of shoes you're looking for, or where, like, do you need to get some sort of brand name or something? Or is there like a second hand? Ooh, okay. That was a bad corner. Can you get something that's just like gently used or something, potentially? Well, you're probably talking about something for your mom. You probably want to get something new. But yeah, shoes can be... this car is just a little slippery. It's not gripping the road perfectly. Granny shoes for a low price. They're too expensive too. Doesn't help that I need formal shoes and also need new sneakers, and you're a sneaker nerd. Oh, gotcha. There was a while when I was like getting a lot of shoes. I think like shoes and then like jackets and like sweatshirts and like zip up jackets and things like that, coats. It's hard, like especially going to Costco. It's like, oh look, there's a new something on sale and it's a really good price. Like, no, I already have all these. I have enough jackets. I don't need another one. Or I got these shoes from Costco a while back, these Adidas ones, and they're really cheap. And then they were on sale because they're the end of their stock and they're getting rid of old stock or whatever. They're moving to some new ones, and they're like, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks for a pair. It's like, these are really good shoes. I really like them. I kind of want to get another pair. Did he fall off? Oh, he fell off. Oh, I love doing that. It's so funny. Oh gosh, way too fast. But yeah, is there like a place nearby that has like, oh gosh, you can get used clothes or something like that? Do they have like gently used sneakers that you can get, or formal shoes? Mom thing is the thing above this. Gotcha. Well, you know what, Kathy? If you didn't get those sneakers in Fortnite, maybe you'd have enough money to get your sneakers in real life. No, I'm just joking. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Go to an outlet, so they're new. Whoop. Oh gosh, man! All these edges you can just like catch. Go to outlet. So they're new, but the ones no one buys. Gotcha. Yeah. Sometimes some people are really picky, and so stuff you can find like that sometimes are pretty decent. And most of the time they're half price, if not more. It's pretty good. Now, Fortnite uses PayPal. I can't transfer my PayPal money to Chile because I'd have to pay taxes. Oh, that's not a bad way to do it. You have it in PayPal and you just pay straight from PayPal. That's a good way to do it. I still need to set up a PayPal for my Rumble payouts and stuff, which isn't much of anything yet, I think. The biggest thing is from that one crazy rock band stream I had that went. I must have gotten on the front page or something like that and got a bunch of views, and then just tanked after that. Most Chile, but most Chile things don't accept PayPal. Well, I mean, at least you can like order things online probably pretty easily, right? I would imagine. Can you? I'm sure you can order different stuff that way. Yeah, I wouldn't think of like buying something in person with PayPal. I would always think of like buying something online with that. Oh, shipping, that's true. Well, maybe, there you go, using getting something digital then, I guess. Can you like use your PayPal somehow to transfer or to use on Steam? Does that work? I really haven't used PayPal a ton, so not really sure all the intricacies for that. Like, not even online shops here are an option. That's what you mean? Oh, okay. Steam doesn't here, but Epic Games does. You can use PayPal on Steam, but you can't. Ah, that's annoying. You just need to use a VPN and then act like you're somewhere else where they would allow it. There you go. Problem solved. Gotta think outside the box. But then you need to buy a VPN. And then, or if you trust someone that's outside of the country to do it for you, make it look like, you know, make it look like you're in the States or somewhere else. Bronson's awful quiet over there. He must be falling asleep or something. VPN would work, but it would transfer the currency into dollars, and sometimes it's a better deal to buy in peso because it's cheaper. Thought of this. I have a VPN. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're in Texas. No, Bronson. No, I'm just giving you a hard time, Bronson. I'm giving you a hard time. No. You've got daddy duty stuff to do, so no, you're totally cool. You're good. They have a baby, and Connor and I are looking for some paper. Did you run out of puppy pads on the floor that you need to put newspaper down, huh? For Connor? Or for Bronson? No. For Honest? Kathy, I'll get you an American Social Security number and a routing account number. Papers. Oh, okay. That's funny. Car really wants to pass me. See, he'll try, but then we'll finally get up to speed and he'll just start slowing down. Or something else. Right, almost to the end here. Don't hit the wall. Woo! Okay. I kind of think she may have accidentally thrown away an envelope that had cash in it. Oh no! Oh man. I hope not. That's not good. All right, well, I gotta get to bed. See you guys later. See you, Kathy. Good to see you. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you later. Man, what a responsible person, going to bed early. Remember back in the day when she would stay up till 3, 4 in the morning hanging out with us? Those were wild times. Ooh, there goes like all our points just to get that experience. But we went up a level, I think. And your phone died. Bronson, when does your phone not die? When does your battery not go out? It's the worst, yeah. What kind of phone do you have, Bronson? I'm curious. I mean, you say that you use it like during the day to listen to stuff while you're working, so that makes sense. We finally got Mrs. Pickles a new phone. She had had a Samsung S20 Plus or something like that. Oh gosh. For a long time. That came out in 2020 or something like that. It was pretty old. And we've been meaning to get her a new one. And we finally broke down. He wanted to get... So, I like the Pixel phones because they have a clean version of Android on them. And, so I got a Pixel 8 last year. Mainly because mine was losing its support for software updates and stuff. And they actually increased the amount of time they were supporting that phone with software updates. So that was a big incentive. But yeah, Mrs. Pickles needed a new phone, and we're trying to find room in the budget for it and stuff like that. And she wanted to get the 9 Pro because of the camera, and they were going on sale because we use Google Fi with a friend. And so we were looking, and I was like, well, you know, looking at the different versions, they got the 9 Pro, but then they also have the 9A, which is like kind of a budget-ish version of the phone. And I was like, you know, there's not too many differences. It's mainly the camera and then like the RAM. And so we're able to, either we could have gotten her the Pro for $600, or we got the 9A for like $300. So it's like, is it worth paying twice as much than the 9A for a slightly better camera? Because even on the 9A, the camera is a lot better than what she had on her Samsung. And so she's like, you know what? Nah, it's probably better if we just get the 9A, pay half the price, and still get a good step up in camera quality from what she currently had. So she just got that like last week or so. She's been enjoying it. So, but yeah, I like the Pixel phones. They've been pretty good. And then on the Google Fi service, they typically have some pretty decent deals on phones as long as you stay on service. It's like as long as you're on service for like 3 months after you buy the phone, they won't like you'll keep the discount that you got. So you think that you have the Galaxy S23 or the 22? Not sure. Got it at Best Buy, the Black Friday before last. My main concern buying a phone is the camera. Yeah, there's a lot of people do that too. You found the envelope, yay! Praise God, yay! That was like 2 months of dance payments. Oh my gosh, that is a lot to lose. Yeah, I'm glad you guys found it. But actually I think storage is something I need to consider the future purchases because files these days are so big. Yeah, like, because the ones that we got have like flash memory, whatever it is, inside that is like 128 gigs, which is so much more than what it used to be. I remember when it was like 16 or 32 gigs. But I mean, the biggest thing is just making sure you don't have too many apps on your phone that you don't really use anymore, or just like clearing out photos and backing them up on your computer instead if you have too many on your phone or videos. Since like Spotify has been around and things like that, and then Google Play Music, that app went away. Like I don't really use I used to save my music on my phone to listen to it that way, but I just don't do that anymore. And so I don't really ever run out of space, I feel like. And then I'm trying to clear out like downloads and things like that, so I don't maintain too many files extra on my my phone. Yeah, man, we were in panic mode. I'm not the same exact things, but I remember, searching feverishly for things like that for us as well. It's just like, God, it's somewhere around here. And have to delete hundreds of OG work photos all the time. Then have to clear the recycling bin. Yeah, that could be a lot. Have your stream up on the laptop in bed. Oh, there you go. Then you can have a bigger screen. You don't have the little, just your tiny phone screen. Oh wow, look, we're exactly the same. Somehow they have a faster accelerator than I do. I'm turning quarters better than they are. Well, this is kind of cool, going through a building here. Some of these fan-made levels are actually pretty cool. Some people put in a lot of time designing these levels. Honest is going crazy. She's supposed to be soothed by the stream, I thought. It's supposed to quiet her down. She's getting too old for that now. Yeah, so it's finally the middle of spring. We've finally had some good weather. So actually, yeah, this weekend, so we had a market that we were selling at, which it was a 2-day one, so it was Saturday and Sunday, which I always hate that when we miss church for doing a market, but luckily it doesn't happen very often. So, but it was, the first day was pretty slow. I don't know, I think people are still somewhat in recovery mode from just you know, everyone is in a pinch somewhat right now, so they don't have as much spending money, which makes it difficult for people that make different crafts and different things and go to different markets and things like that. But yeah, the first day was pretty slow. It's frustrating to see so many people that actually do come by and look at your stuff and like, oh wow, that's so great, and then they put it down, and they walk away. It's like, but I can't blame them because I would be, I would be the same way because you know, you can't just buy everything. So, but thankfully, Sunday was a little bit better, and I think we broke even technically. So it's always at least the main thing. If we can at least break even, and it's not even getting enough to just like revenue from just raw sales to cover the booth fee, but you know, you have to factor in the cost of goods sold and how much it costs to make, and then your time and all that kind of stuff. So it's not easy. Bro, she found out the mouse pad does things, and I don't know what she just did or how to fix it. Oh no. Oh man, this is only the beginning. She'll get her little hands on everything now, I'm sure. Man, kids are just like drawn to electronics like bugs to a light, I feel like. It's getting a little bit colder. Let me get my sweatshirt on. Hold on a second. A special guest. Got a special guest. You wanna see Chetty? Chetty's here. You gonna say hi? Now you're not saying anything. You were meowing a second ago. You wanna say hi? No? Yeah. I think he's a little bummed because our little cat tree there, Merlin is at the top where he likes to sit, and so he was just laying on the floor. You know, there's more than one spot on the cat tree. There's a lower area that you like to lay on too. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Here, let's put you on there. All right. Guest appearance. Okay. How's it going? Oh, sorry, I didn't respond to that. How's it going, Queen Bee? Good to see you. Thanks for coming over. I imagine you came over in the raid since we saw you over there on Hunter and Bronson's stream there. She sent your stream into the nether. I could hear you, but I couldn't open the window. Oh, that's funny. I had to end up in the task and bring you back up. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Remember that one time when you were a baby and you closed this? You messed up the computer. Okay. Got another one here. Been buzzing around. I know I'll tend to do that too. Sometimes I'll have like 2 or 3 different stream window or tabs up, and I'll kind of cycle between different ones. some nights are just more popular than others, and it's like the more I'm finding more streamers, it's like, man, now I'm gonna have even more to have to choose between to watch. There's so many good people out there now. I keep like every week or every other week, I feel like I find someone new to follow. It's like I don't have enough time. It's not enough time in the day, and then everyone's on at the same time. It doesn't make it very easy. But yeah, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Oh, this one is kind of rough. Ah. Because now that like there's a guy on Rumble, I think. Forget exactly what his. Oh man, I run into the back of this guy and I slow down. I don't remember what his name is on there. I forget, but he gives some shout outs to different people somewhat frequently. And so it's like, oh, nice. And then, you know, if they're a Christian streamer, I'm usually checking them out and giving them a follow. And so there's quite a few that I've now followed, and I don't even think I've seen them go live yet, technically, but it's like, okay, well, got yet another person I need to follow and catch up with. While I edit, I have so many streams up, both on Twitch and on Rumble. You know, I have a hard time remembering to pull up Rumble. It's so easy for me to forget, just because I'm always in the mood, or not the mood, always in the mode of going to Twitch. Like honestly, when I pull up my web browser, when I pull up the computer, it's like one of the first tabs I open is Twitch. So it's nice to see so many good people out there. We're actually in front. Some of these off-road races like these Baja races, these can actually be pretty difficult if you don't have your car tuned up just the right way. They can be pretty difficult races. Because even though the computer might have the same car as you, for some reason they're always tuned just the right... Tuned just the right way, like that, and they will... There we go. Have them drop back a little bit. They'll be tuned just perfectly to drive well, and then their driving lines are, you know, computerized, so they're not sliding around, they're not slowing down as much. So, but yeah, so I saw the discussion, another thing brought up, and I've thought about this too, that I know that when they first announced that this game was going to PlayStation, it was kind of a surprise, and it really wasn't that long ago that they mentioned that. And honestly, it was getting to the point of people thinking, hey, when is the next one in the series coming out? You know, this game came out in all of 2021, I think. So it's been out for quite a while now. They use this game used to, I think before the fourth one came out, this was more of like an every other year version to be released. And so like one year you'd have Forza Motorsport, the next year you'd have Forza Horizon. Then when the fourth one came out, they kind of had stuff that was more of like a live service where they'd have different things, quote-unquote content, new things like this one each week of things to do. And so it kind of helped keep the game alive, helped to keep it alive a little bit longer. And this one, I feel like it's even longer, so it's like, oh, maybe we're getting close. It's been about 3, maybe going on about 4 years by the end of this year. Maybe we'll see a new one this year. But then they announced the PlayStation game. And it's like, well, if they have the game come out on PlayStation, I doubt they're going to just turn right around and announce something else. But the only thing I guess I can think of is that maybe they keep this game a timed exclusive on the Xbox. So maybe they come out with a new one, and it's only the new one's only available. Your phone's back on, nice. Maybe the new version of the game here could be a timed exclusive on the Xbox. And yeah, PlayStation just got the 5th one. They'll have plenty of time to enjoy that for a while first. And then after the game has been out a year or so, then they'll release it on PlayStation. I don't know. Who knows? Or something like that. But still, I'm not putting stock in the fact that this game is gonna come out anytime soon. I would imagine that maybe 2026, but probably more like 2027 would be, because now PlayStation has its whole life, you know, they basically starting off at, yeah, they have all the content already here, but they're starting off on day 1 now of enjoying this game. So they've only had this game available to them for like a month. So are they gonna wait until they've had the game available to them for a year, 2 years, 3 years before a new one comes out? What are they gonna do? Does anyone that hasn't played it on Xbox, their first experience is PlayStation, you know, everything's new to them. Oops. So I don't know if Xbox exclusive is gonna be a thing in the next couple of years. Yeah, I know that's so true. There's so many things that seem like they're not really following those rules. Okay, let's make this turn a little wider. We need a little more wiggle room to turn. Not fall behind so much. And I bet with the Switch 2 we'll get Halo Master Chief Collection. Yeah, I know that was one thing that people were expecting to hear on the release launch trailer or that direct or whatever it was. We almost got him. I bet it's in the works. It's just a little ways off. Oh man, someone else passed us. Oh, there we go. We can get it back. There we go. I know that's not the best way to race, but it's kind of fun to run into your opponents a little bit. Can't remember his name, but some dude from Xbox, so their goal is to make anything with a screen in Xbox. Yeah, Phil Spencer. He's the kind of lead for the Xbox system, or the Xbox division. And I mean, that's like their tagline. Like they had a promotional art, and it was like a TV, a phone, you know, a this, a that, a tablet. It's like, this is an Xbox, and this is an Xbox. It's like, I've tried playing cloud-based Xbox like on my phone, and it's not the best. Maybe it's gotten better over time, I don't know, but I didn't really like it. And I feel like you kind of want to do that when you're out somewhere, and that's when you don't always have the best internet connection. So it's like, I didn't really like it. Granted, it's probably gotten better, like I mentioned, but I don't know, it didn't really grab me. I do think that their purchase of Activision Blizzard was a smart move on their part. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it'll be hopefully they don't lose too many or any of the different smaller publisher names or companies that they have acquired through that. I know that a lot of the times, you know, these smaller indie companies that these larger groups will take, they'll spin them off and they'll just like shut down their services. So I'm not sure how many small ones are bought out by Activision Blizzard over time, but I know EA is a real bad offender of that. They do that a lot, and it's pretty sad to see. But I mean, they've already talked about, like we were saying earlier, with not having Xbox games be exclusive anymore. That even like Call of Duty and stuff like that will still be on a PlayStation. And I mean, if they're really gonna be going, I mean, they have stuff on PC too and all that. It makes sense, I guess, to do that. So, last one down here. So I don't know. I mean, they're kind of struggling. It's funny that the original Xbox and PlayStation 2 era, PlayStation 2 dominated. Then the 360 came out versus the PlayStation 3, and the 360 dominated. And then PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, the PlayStation 4 dominated, and I feel like PlayStation 5 is a little bit up on is ahead of Xbox. They keep like flip-flopping of which one is, you know, the more more used, the more wanted platform console. I've heard lots of YouTubers say, indie companies, whatever you do, do not sell your company to EA. Yeah, I mean, we've seen that happen enough times. I feel like there's other bigger companies that actually do well with supporting and keeping those smaller studios alive. But even like Xbox and Microsoft isn't the best at that, because I mean, like, Rare, they bought Rare, and they didn't really do anything with Rare. I mean, they were like a second, like you know, you have your first party studios, you have your third party studios. Rare was kind of like a second party studio. They were like almost majorly owned by Nintendo, but not quite. But they still ran independently from Nintendo, but they made stuff exclusively on Nintendo, and they did so good. They had so many good games made by Rare, and then I think Nintendo really pooped the bed by letting them go off and get acquired by Microsoft. They haven't like done almost anything since. And like a lot of their team went to like design Kinect Sports or something like that, and other random stupid things, and then all the main people have left to create Playtonic, which is kind of like replacing Rare without being the name. And so it's kind of, that's just one example that, you know, luckily they were able to kind of do a little bit to kind of get around it, but still it's like, man, there's a whole studio that was so beloved and did so much that I think Nintendo, they owned like 49%, and the Rare owned themselves, like they themselves had 51% of their ownership or something like that. Like, it's just so sad that they gave it up. I wish I knew, I'm sure it's out there somewhere, but I wish I knew more details of like what made them do that. But it's just so sad, because there are so many other games that were like, oh yeah, this will come out and that will come out, and like if you follow any of those guys, the ex-Rare developers, like was it Chris Bayless or Stephen Bayless, one of the two, on Twitter, and he talks about things here and there sometimes, and it's just like, oh man, that would have been so cool. We could have gotten another Diddy Kong Racing or something, or who knows what. I mean, it's unfortunate. Oh, they were working on Donkey Kong Racing on the GameCube, and they had to shelve that. Plus, I'm sure there is plenty of other things possibly in the works, and maybe another Donkey Kong game or something too. But that's the issue. They buy the company and they go dormant. Yeah, you need to buy them, give them a little extra support, and let them continue doing what they're doing with just more of a budget available to them, or more expertise and manpower. I like to compare Rare to Game Freak. I think second parity is a good word for that. I haven't heard that term before. Yeah, I feel like I've heard that once or twice before, and I always wonder about that, because you hear about, it's kind of like in storytelling, first person, second person, and third person. It's like, okay, there's gotta be, you always hear about first and third party companies. What would be second person? And that's probably the closest I feel like I can get an example for. But yeah. Okay, come on. Oh my gosh, drive straight. Donkey Kong Racing for the GameCube. That's dope. Yeah, you should look it up. They had like they even had like a trailer that was released at like E3 or something like that at some point. So you can see it's not like any gameplay, it's just like a rendering, but it's there. And it was a bit different though. Instead of being in cars and vehicles, they're like riding some of the Donkey Kong Country like companion animals, like Rambi and like the ostrich, the rhino, and maybe a couple other different ones. Forget. That's cool because you had different Donkey Kong characters. There's even like Taj, that genie elephant from Diddy Kong Racing was a character. But man, I mean, you think, like, you look back at the 64 and you see all the bangers that Rare came out with. I mean, they had Diddy Kong Racing, they had GoldenEye, they had Jet Force Gemini, they had Perfect Dark, they had Conker's Bad Fur Day, which I'm not a huge fan of, but a lot of people liked. Donkey Kong 64, and even several others. Yeah, that's right, they even made Mickey Speedway USA, another kart racing game. Yeah. And just think, they made that many games on the 64, which is crazy. Man, they would have... I'm surprised they didn't already make anything for the GameCube, because at that point, it was already like halfway through this life cycle. I don't know how they missed it. I feel like they didn't start anything early enough, get anything early in the cycle. But man, if they did something like that nowadays, just think of just think of some of the cool stuff they would have had already on the GameCube, on the Wii, any of those consoles. Did you ever play Cruis'n USA on the 64? I did. I want to stream that one at some point. But yeah, I think that was like one of the earlier games I got for my 64. It was a pretty fun arcade game. How many more points do we need? We need about 20 points. We got 5 from that. We got 10 from that. Oh, we could do this one. Monthly Rivals. I think Rare made Battletoads. Yeah, yep, they made Battletoads. There's a lot. Yeah, Cruis'n USA was a fun game. I remember playing that a lot. One of these days I'll have to do that one on one of our retro nights. Yeah, I wish I got my hands on the other two cruising games. So. I feel like this is a common race, or a common race for these time trial ones. I feel like I've done this one a lot. Man, they match us up against someone who's not even close to our skill level. Don't hit the wall. Don't hit the wall. Hit the wall. Ah, restart. Last turn of the lap. So, oh wow, we got some more. We got Psycho Joker. Welcome in. Hey, how's it going? Didn't know that was there. Oh, I didn't know that there were others. Yeah, there's Cruising USA, Cruising World, and then Cruising Exotica. And you may have remembered seeing some of those in actual arcades. I remember seeing Cruising Exotica as an actual arcade machine. And I played it once or twice that way, but I always wanted to have the actual game on the 64, but never picked it up, and I'm sure that they're quite expensive now, so I don't know if I'll ever get my hands on one. So, but that's okay. Okay, now I'm getting lazy. How's it going, Psycho Joker? Good to see you. Welcome in. And Zev, hey, look who's here. Zev's here. Hold up, I see Halo and Cruising USA, two of my favorite games ever. Oh, yeah, we were just talking about, initially talking about the exclusives on the Xbox and the fact that they're not staying exclusive, and wondering when we'll see the Master Chief Collection on the Switch 2, since it was heavily rumored. And then we talked about other third-party companies that got bought out by major corporations, and we started talking about Rare. And then Cruising USA came up in the conversation, so we're just chatting about that a little bit. So, but yeah, how is it going? Cruising World was the bomb. Yeah, I wish I was. I only have the first game. I only have USA. I wish I was able to get World and Exotica. I think I have the ROMs for those, so we can still play it at some point. But it won't be the same. But I like playing on original hardware where possible. But yeah, those look like pretty fun games too. I know they came out with a Cruisin', was it Cruisin' Blast on the Switch? I don't know what kind of reception that game got, if people liked it or not. I didn't know that there were others. The only one I had was USA and loved that game. Yeah. Have Cruising USA and Cruising World both for 64. Yeah, then there's also the Cruising Exotica. And that's kind of like going to... Because the Cruising USA and Cruising World were more like going to real places, and then Exotica was like going to even crazier places. Like I think one of them was in outer space, like on the moon or something like that, and whatever. All sorts of more interesting, crazy places. So, diaper change really quick. No worries. Take your time. You're doing well. Thanks. How are you? I am doing fantastic. I'm doing better than I deserve. Yeah, we're just here hanging out, playing jumping back into some Forza again. It's been a little while. Let's do this weekly challenge here. I never played Exotica, unfortunately. The other two, I'd play for hours and just listen to the music. Yeah, I had pretty good music on those too. I wasn't riding my bike. I was playing those games. Man, I remember riding bikes when I was a kid. I could ride my bike for so long. So much fun. Yeah, I've only played Exotica a little bit, in the arcades. And at least I've seen it a fair amount there. Okay, so talking so much, I need to breathe and yawning so much. Chapter 1. I want to drive the 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor. Pretty sure I have that. (2017) 18, 17. Aha, here we go. Yes, I'm getting back into biking now. Spent half the weekend on trails with the lady. Nice. FYI, bike wreck at 41 hurts a lot more than at 21. Oh man, I can imagine. Yeah. So you're saying that you got in a bike wreck this weekend? Oof. Hope not. That does not sound fun at all. Yeah, I know. I'm close to that. I'm 35, turning 36 this year, so I'm I'm not some young buck anymore. Mikey Gaming, hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. How are you doing? What brought you over to the stream? How did you find us? A small one. Log 1 me 0. Well, luckily it was a small one then, because oof, yeah. That's when you start running into not literally, but I guess maybe literally running into maybe breaking a bone or something. Ooh, that's scary. I don't even want to think about that. Win any cross-country race. Okay. Gonna make a shirt that says "Conquer the log." Oh man. Make sure you clarify what kind of log you're talking about. Can we see all of your cars? Sure, I can kind of cycle through them. I've got over 1,000, so it would take a while. I've got a lot, so. Which, some of them I need to go through and get rid of duplicates just because you easily accumulate duplicates over time. But, yeah. I feel like I would be here forever. But there's... My cat is snoring. He's so loud. But yeah, there's a lot here. Is there something that you're looking for, or you're wanted to see, Mikey? I feel like I could spend 10 minutes just scrolling through here. Durango Hellcat. This guy here, 2021. We got that. We got one. Can't remember the last racing game I really got into. It's so hard nowadays. That's what's nice about this game. So Forza has the Motorsport series, and then they have the Horizon series. So the Motorsport is more of the driving simulator, kind of like Gran Turismo. And then you have Forza Horizon, which is this one, which is more arcadey, and much more forgiving. And you can set your difficulty on it. So if you want to play something more chill, you can lower the difficulty, or you can raise it up and give yourself more of a challenge. Let me double check the... I want to double check. Is that... Oh, that's right. I want to see what kind of wheel tires I have on this thing, if that's going to work, because we're doing off-road here. There are off-road tires. Okay, good. It's a snazzy Bronco. Yeah, there's some... That's one of the flagship cars that they have in this game that you start out with. So, it's pretty fun. It would be pretty fun to... I don't know. I would think the Bronco would be pretty fun to have or drive in real life, but... I don't know. There's so many cool cars out there. I don't know how you can just settle on one that you don't want to drive, but... I think in this game they even let you, like... If the car is a convertible, you can raise and lower the top as well, which is pretty cool. Okay. They all got caught on each other. Yes! Okay, and we just need to catch one person. These off-road races can be pretty brutal because the computer just... The slipperiness or the slippiness of driving off-road doesn't always affect the computer as much. So they're able to just turn very easily in some of these corners. Oh gosh. But sometimes they're pretty hard to catch, so maybe we can find or cut some corners in the right spot. Oh, look at that. Okay, close. We're close. Don't lose them. Don't lose them. There was a game a few years ago that it was a Baja racing game that was pretty fun. He's taking off. Missed it, just barely. Yeah, there's so many racing games now. Okay, that's even worse. I remember playing... There's one on the 64 I remember playing, an off-road Baja racing game. And I'm trying to remember, like, if it was one that was really frustrating or if I actually enjoyed it. I remember renting it at least once or twice. The cover of it was like sand dunes and one of those Toyota Baja trucks jumping over it. It was like Off-Road Challenge or some Off-Road Fury, or I forget what it is called. Yeah, some of those games were... I need to look for that again sometime. Maybe I'll have to... Whoa! I feel like I remember that. Yeah, it was like the white truck with like the red, orange, and yellow stripes on it and stuff. And they have like that extra tire strapped in the back. Whoa! I just popped them up over the... that little fence. I don't know, I have a feeling that it was like frustrating back then, but it still seems like it'd be fun to try again. Love the Monster Jam games too. Yeah, I remember my dad's friend having a monster truck game on his computer, and it was like just like a free roam kind of, or at least it had a free roam mode, and so you could just like drive almost anywhere. And you could like even run over cows or something like that, and it was so random, but it was pretty funny. Oh gosh, I can't see where that small little opening is that you're supposed to go through until I'm like right on it. But yeah, some of those monster truck games are pretty fun. I haven't played one of those in a long time. I'm sure they have one on the 64. I'll have to look that up sometime and see. So the Monster Jam games that you played, Joker, were those on the PC or are those on a console? Okay. So now we need to traverse through earning 9 stars from Trailblazers. Oh, I hate those ones. Okay. We'll try it. Really don't enjoy the Trailblazer events. But they are is like go from point A to point B as fast as you can in any route that you want to take. And it's always going like straight through a forest with a ton of trees that will stop you or slow you down. It's so annoying. I'm old, so the first Monster Jam games I remember playing around 95, 98. I bet one of those is the one that I remember playing. I would not be surprised. That sounds really familiar. And yeah, I think that might have been the one in 64, but don't quote me. Ooh, okay, we need a little more of a running start here. Alright, people. Go do what you're gonna do. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like if there are any certain ones on the 64 that I remember. Just don't hit any big trees. Oh, that's right. These rocks. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, go, go. They always have you try to go through these certain areas that are just awful. So difficult to get through. That's the challenge. Getting through these areas with lots of trees, lots of rocks. Oh my gosh. I had to do so many of these just to get 9 points. 2 stars. Okay, there's 2 out of 9. I do not appreciate these. You can see a lot of these I only have 1 star. It's like all I did was complete it, and that's as far as I got. Where am I supposed to go with this thing? There. Okay. So. Alright, let's also mark it on the map.
You have arrived at your destination.
Oh gosh, oh gosh, come on, come on. Get around. Oh my gosh, it's always going through a forest. See, this is what's so frustrating. When you're going fast, try not to hit trees, try not to hit giant rocks. I don't know. Some people find this as fun and amusing, but I just find this is like stressful. Oh my gosh. Big trees, big trees. Okay. I think we can at least get 2 stars. I think it's like 20 something seconds to... Oh my gosh, come on! Ugh. New personal best. Still just 1 star. See? 2 seconds faster. And I would have gotten another star. See, it's just stupid things like that. Okay. Alright. Look like the swamps in Red Dead 2. Yeah, they kind of do. You're right. Only there's no gators ready to get you. Now listen, Arthur. I've got a plan. Trust me.
You have arrived at your destination.
Oh, we gotta go this way. All we gotta do, we're just 1 break away. from our freedom. Okay, that was really easy. How many stars did we get? 1, 2. Oh, we got 3. Look at that. We're so good. That was okay. That was just an easy one though. And a level up. Okay. Next one. I've just kind of avoided these just because I don't really enjoy them. But I guess there's some that, maybe I just played some of the harder ones. We've got 6 stars total so far. We need 3 more.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay. At least this is more open. I mean, I guess that doesn't really add to the challenge, but it's like still annoying having to, I don't know. Here we go. Here we go. Can we get 3 stars? Can we get 3 stars? We got 1. We got 2. We got 3. Hey, there we go. We finished the challenge. Okay. And the last chapter. Through rain and shine. Perfect for Mexican conditions. Check it out yourself. Earning 50,000 points in total skill score. All right, we can do that. Hey, how's it going, Feo2? Good to see you. How have you been? Welcome on in. How's it going? It is going well. It is going good. And it is going great now that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. How have your streams been? How have you been? Have you been doing a lot of DK64 randomizers? I think I've seen you do. Is it Mario Maker that you play as well? I forget. Let me give a few shout outs here to people that are here. We got Psycho Joker. And we got Feo2. And we also still have Holy Switch, who gave us the raid. So, any of you guys that have not followed any of these guys, please go ahead and... No, we don't want to do that. Please go check them out, give them a follow, give them some support. They definitely deserve it. And I feel bad I'm not always able to get into your guys' streams as much as I would hope to. I know, Feo, sometimes you're streaming at the same time that I am, so that kind of makes it more difficult, but tired, busy. Unfortunately, it's been busy to stream over the last month. Mario Maker D64 Randomizer, trying to finish up mastering Super Mario World. That's right. Yeah, I remember I think I've popped into Lurk a little bit when you've been doing some of that, and that's been pretty fun watching you do that. So cool. Well, hopefully you're able to get some more time soon, so you can stream if that's what you want to do. You know, at different times. I know plenty of things that keep me busy, or just honestly, I think a lot of it too is just uncertainty of schedule and things like that. Because I'm usually fairly consistent in the evening to stream, but I just don't know. Like, we had one of my wife's friends come in from out of town last week. It's like, okay, I don't know what the plan is for doing stuff. I don't know if we're planning on doing something or not. So I just couldn't really stream as much as I wanted to. Because most of it was just the two of them doing something, but like, oh, well, we need to do dinner or this, or they wanted to do that. Wow, that was really close. We almost ran into that car. So, yeah. And D&D on Thursday. Yeah. Oh, and let me let me give another shout out to someone that normally doesn't show up here, but he's a buddy of mine that streams from friend from college. Um, he was just on earlier tonight. Yeah, he's playing through Assassin's Creed 2 right now. Um, yeah, go ahead. He's he started streaming actually a little before I did, but then he had to take some time off. But yeah, he's a newer streamer, kind of like me. I haven't really been streaming all that long, honestly, in the grand scheme of things. But go ahead and check him out too. He's a fun guy to watch, and plays quite a variety of stuff. He plays played through a lot of Zelda games. He's playing through the Assassin's Creed series right now. I don't know if he's trying to go through all of them or not, but I know he played the first one, played the second one now. Ooh, there's a billboard. Alright, we're getting really close to that 500,000 point mark. If we could, if our multiplier went a little higher than just 5, then it'd be a lot easier. Let's see, Theo says, my daughter got sick and had to take medicine 4 times a day. Only problem, she didn't want to and would stare at it for an hour past her bedtime. Ugh! How old is your daughter? Is she younger that she kind of needs help doing it, or is it just she's at the age where she just wants to do what she wants to do and doesn't want to do this or that, or I feel like that'd be so frustrating because you want what's best for her, you want to help her out, and you know that having her taking the medicine would help her feel better and get over whatever is bothering her, but you can't always force someone to do something. Okay, we got enough. 500,000 points. Still catching up here. There we go. 142,000. How many? Oh, that's great. We needed more of those channel point, or not channel points, more of those, whatever they call them, the car mastery points. Okay, and that finishes the weekly challenge. So we need another 15 points to get the last backstage pass. Old enough to think for herself, but not old enough to do what is needed. That I like how you put that. That's pretty good. Yeah. Hey, Chetty. Meow. What are you doing? You can't be up at the top of the tree. Marilyn's up there, bud. You have to wait. Okay. Let's build map. What car we need? We need a Class B modern rally. And it looks like it's just like dirt roads. We're doing some Class B modern rally. Filter. Okay. It's the whole. There's a splinter in my splinter in my finger, and it hurts, but I don't want to take it out because it also hurts. Oh, it'll hurt more. Yeah. Oh man, splinters are the worst. They're so hard to get out too. I remember, so growing up in the garage, in our old house, we had a big supporting, like, a big huge truss crossbeam that supports like the second level of the house. And in the garage, it was exposed and it wasn't finished, and so it's kind of rough. And I was jumping up to just like hit it to slide, because you know sometimes you like hit the top of your door frame or whatever as you're going. I jumped up and did that, boom, and got a bunch of splinters on my fingers. I was like, oh, that was such a bad decision. It hurt so bad, and it took a while to get them all out. And I think I did it on my birthday too, so it was like, ah, hurts so bad. Yeah, splinters are no bueno. Alright, we're just gonna see if there's any special things to do to level up this car. Off-road along. We lose a lot of speed, handling, and acceleration. At that rate, I don't know if I like... That's such a downgrade, I feel like. I don't know if I want to change it. Because you kind of want your top speed and acceleration. I think I'm just going to keep it the way it is. Okay. And if you join this way, you don't have to go to the event to have it start searching for a team. So, okay, so we'll do this event, and then we'll do one more thing to get one more point or so. Then we'll get that last reward for the week, and then we'll see what... Get us some yawning a lot. We'll see what Backstage Pass is available. Haven't looked at it in a while, so we got a minute. Oh, I don't really care. Okay, so I don't have that one, or that one, or that one. Well, there's actually a few new ones. Must have been after I stopped playing for a little while, because I have all the other ones back here. How many? Got 4 tickets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, do I have this one? The GR86. I really like this car, actually. I would love to have one of these in real life. Okay. 30 seconds. Yeah, hopefully I can get to a new schedule soon. Yeah. I know, like, I feel like... I guess it's been about a year and a half ish since I started streaming more regularly, and it's like it's become so much of a, I don't know, so much of a regular occurrence that it's like when I don't, it's like I feel like I'm missing out, and I'm not, I miss all you guys. It feels weird. I don't know how long, you know, into the future I'll keep doing this, but if it works, it works. I think one of the things that I also like about it is that it's encouraged me to go through a lot of my backlog of a lot of games you see over here. Ones that I picked up over time that I have actually never played or finished. Oh man, we can't pick it. Why isn't it available? So weird. It's literally a Class B. That's one thing I don't understand. They give you restrictions for this race. So you go through and find that car. And you're like, okay, this is tuned up how I want, whatever. And then you go into start. And it's like, oh, you can't choose that car. Sorry, pick something else. And it's like, it's the category. Why are you being so difficult? It's alright. I like Subaru more, anyways. Alright. So, the way the scoring for this one is, if you didn't read that, is that for every opponent that you're in front of, you give your team 100 points. And so you can see that all of the red team, which is the computer AI, they're in front of us, so they all have 600 points, which now it starts shifting because we're starting to pass them. And then the person who's in first gets a bonus 50 points, kind of like a tiebreaker kind of thing. Oh, shoot. Ah, I did not mean to do that. Okay, we're doing all right. And with this race in particular, it's much more difficult. Racers. Oh, look at that. We just squeaked on by. Look at that. 4 in the top 4. And look at our points. Now we're at 2950 as opposed to 700. Oh, I miss it. I missed it. No. I tagged it with my tail. Dang it. Yeah, this is one that you don't want to miss these checkpoints because then you'll have to go back. And you'll get passed by all the computer players. Or at least a large number of them. But we're still doing okay. And sorry, Fayo, I'll read your message here at the end of this race here, or when I get a good straightaway. Yeah, the backlog. That's what I was sort of hoping Retro would do with me, or help you with. Yeah. Yeah, because that was one of my hobbies. I was able to get some games as a kid, not a ton. I rented a lot. I didn't necessarily get, for birthday or Christmas I would get a game, but otherwise we'd rent games. And so it's been fun to go back and find used copies of these games that I rented as a kid, or ones that I just missed out on and I wasn't able to actually play. And so it's fun to be able to go back and play those and just remember the fun that I had as a kid playing those, or remember the frustration from when I played them as a kid because they didn't age very well. But most of the time we're having a good time with them and everything, so. But yeah, for the longest time, used games, they really weren't that expensive, and so it wasn't until 2018 or 19. Oh, we got first. That they started getting expensive, and luckily at that point I had gotten most of the stuff that I wanted. So, but yeah, that's what I was sort of hoping Retro would help me with. It's only added it to the list, yeah, and it's put DK Rando and speed running on the wayside. I have to figure out how to do it all. But yeah, and the retro achievements. That's the thing too. If they could do retro achievements by playing original hardware, that would be pretty nice. But I don't know. I kind of like doing that more than playing on an emulator if possible. But that just depends. Speaking of frustration, I'm thinking of starting a frustrating series. Uh-oh. Which one is that? Yeah, it would be nice to play on the original hardware, yeah. There's some instances where I'm not able to do that because of the limitation of the hardware. Like, the NES that I have is the top loader, and there's not a good way to transmit that signal into, like, HDMI, which is how my my capture card is. Oh my gosh, these guys don't know how to... These people in last, they just plow their way through. No wonder they're always in last. They don't know how to make corners on these sharp corners. But my NES doesn't have a way to convert to HDMI for my capture card. I have an external EVGA XR1 Pro capture card. Works pretty well. I like it. But the top-loading NES only has like coax out. So it's not even... Because like the original, you know, VCR-looking NES, that has like RCA at least. So you can at least easily convert that. But coax, I don't know, maybe I'll have to look and see if there's some sort of converter box for coax. Maybe, I'm sure there might be something out there, but I don't know how much it would distort the image or the quality. So then I put them onto my NES Classic, play that way. Otherwise, which I haven't played an NES game in a while. I need to do that. Been playing a lot of 64 lately. It's been a lot of fun. That was my first home console that I got myself was an NES. But I feel like I was still pretty young then, and I mean, I liked the games that I had, but I didn't know any better. I was young enough that I didn't really pick them out myself. My parents did. And so I think for the 64, that was the first console I really remember a lot, and picking out the games myself for it. Having a lot of fun with that. Okay. Hey, look. Okay, we got Mama 3 Dinos showing up with the push-ups. Hi, I'm here. Do push-ups. I will do push-ups. Let's see. Oh no, we finished this one. Okay, good. There was a Pokemon Blue hack where you basically have to beat the entire game with one Pokemon and an achievement for each of the 151 Pokemon. And on top of that, about 12 other challenges like Rando, Nuzlocke, where one where the only move you know is Explosion. Oh my gosh, how do you... That's ridiculous. I think there's an RGA to HDMI converter I picked one up. Yeah, I'll have to look and see what's out there. I actually have a backwards converter that converts HDMI back to RCA, because I have a CRT over here, and so when I'm playing a classic game, I like to watch it on a CRT rather than on just an HDMI monitor. So I have the HDMI come out of the capture card and then convert back to RCA to go into the CRT, which it's kind of a convoluted process. I wish the TV had a video out that I could then just convert and just get the source straight from there instead. So, all right, Mama, gonna do the push-ups. Anyone else want to join me? Go on ahead. All right, let's go. All right, here we go. Whew. All right, there's 10. And Chetty's over here just like, what are you doing? You're doing weird stuff. You're scaring me. He's in his little cat tree there. Having a good time. Okay. So, I think we got... we only have to do like one more thing. Right? Festival playlist. We're only... Oh, we're at 35. We need 5 more points. Let's see. Well, let's do this one. There's a race over in the Hot Wheels park. Let's go over there. But yeah, one of these days here, I really want to. I'm borrowing a copy of Super Mario Wonder from a friend, and I really wanted to do a stream of playing that with Mrs. Pickles. But we just need to find the right time when she feels like doing that, and when we're not in the middle of something else. So I'll have to check in with her and see. But I think that would be pretty fun. I've seen plenty of gameplay and it looks like a pretty fun game, so. Whoops. Okay. Oh, we're just locked in with just using S1 class cars. McLaren. Oh yeah, so some of the new things I did. So on all of the rewards, the channel point rewards, I made sure, at least for the custom ones that I made, not necessarily the ones that are made by Twitch themselves, but I went through to make sure to add icons to each one. Hey, nice. Thanks for the check-in. But yeah, I made sure to add new icons to anyone that didn't have it, and actually to a couple of them like that. I added a little sound bite to most of them. I think the only one I didn't do was the per request one, but yeah. So now you got some other fun little sounds and stuff whenever you do those. I should do one for the. I didn't do one for the Just a Game. I need to do that. Okay. See how we do. Some of these races are a little hit or miss. The physics on these raceways, these track pieces, are a little weird at times. Kind of like it's plastic. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because it can be a little slippery, or just like how you're it like shifts you around a little bit. Like if we go through a loop, that in particular, it's really strange. It'll like it'll. Oh yeah, are we coming up to one right now? Yeah. So going into this loop. Here we go. I'll hold my controller up. I'm not doing any joystick. Watch. It's gonna like shift me around a little bit. See that? It like turns my car a little bit. And sometimes other corners and other banks and stuff like that, banked corners and this and that do weird things like that too. It's very strange. Alright, we gotta catch up to this guy. We don't have much time left. Come on, buddy. I get there, got 20% of the race left. Can we get to him? Ah! Okay. That's a hairpin turn. We need to slow down a little more. There we go. I know I don't always like doing something like that because it's kind of cheap, but... Eh. Oh, we got to jump. Do we have a jump? Kinda. Close enough. I need to look in... I know there's a thing with streamer bot, I think that's what it is, that you can do things with your channel points. And so like a daily check-in, I know people have done how to implement like an ongoing number so you can count how many daily check-ins you've done. So I need to look into that. Because then you can keep track of how many times you've used it. Kind of fun. Yeah, no, they exist. Yeah. Because let me give him a shout out. I think we'll probably go there anyways. But another streamer guy that I like to follow. It's Ryan over on the Gamer Die show. I think he's actually live right now. He just got that implemented, and I think also Jess the Mess Games. So she's another Christian streamer. She likes to do a lot of retro stuff too. She just got something like that kind of fixed on hers. But yeah, it's a fun little, just a little extra thing so people can feel a little bit more involved and a little more of whatever, something. This is an interesting car. I don't know if I've driven this one before. So each car has a... You see me pull up the car mastery. So basically there's things to kind of use your little driver points for to unlock things for each car. And I just go through to get to the one that gives me extra experience. But there's a lot of extra little bonuses for each car that you can do, so technically with how many cars there are in the game, there's a lot of unlocks you can do if you literally went through and unlocked all of them. It would keep you busy for a long time. See if we can get past a few of these guys. They're kind of bobbing and weaving a little bit. Come on, grab the ground. Stop. Oh my gosh. Why is he doing that? This stupid computer. So the computer can kind of push you around however they want. You can't really push them around very much. They can push you around. And I get why they do that, so you don't just like run them off the road, but it is kind of annoying, so. Yeah. that's right. And then Mama 3 Dinos, she was here earlier. Another wonderful Christian streamer. Go ahead, check her out as well. Trying to, whenever I see them in the chat, give shout outs to all you guys that are fellow streamers as well. Good to support each other. Man, we're really falling behind. We're not doing so great here. All this, I think it's just the winter weather and the wet road that's making us slip a whole lot. Oh good, they ran into the wall. He's fishtailing. He's got to catch up to Scooby up there. One thing too I've noticed is that sometimes, like, you know, it looks like they have the same people or same computer players driving from race to race, but I've noticed that there was a time when there was like someone in total points in second place right below me, and I needed to make sure to stay ahead of him in the final race or whatever it was, and then he wasn't in the final race and he got swapped out with someone else. It was really weird. So they, even within the races and placements and all that, it's kind of random and it changes. Okay. Ooh, that was a perfect corner. That was great. And now they're way back there. That's one thing I don't understand. They'll be really tough, and then once you pass them, there's a good chance that they slow down and they fall way behind. Okay, one more race. That one is down here. Okay, this is our last one for the night, I think. Yep, we already got the XP. Oh, wow, Connie, you're still up. Baby just now went back to sleep. Oh my goodness. That took a long time. Is Honest getting better at that? She going back to sleep better than she used to, or is it still being pretty difficult at times? Just in time for the final showdown. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome for the shout out, of course. I know sometimes it feels like Twitch is just a platform where people stream, and those, when they're not streaming, they just watch other streamers. It's or maybe just that's what most of the chatters are, just people that are streaming. Alright, we'll get past those guys. Oh, they slowed down real fast. Oh, running into the wall is not a good idea. Stream of streamers, yeah. No, but also that's one thing about being on the West Coast too. It's really late for those that are on the East Coast, or maybe on Central Time. So maybe those people that would be there are already going to sleep. I don't know. It's a much higher density of people that live on the East Coast as opposed to the West Coast, so I'm in the Pacific time zone. I'm not really necessarily right on the coast like I used to be, or at least whatever, close enough, but still in the Pacific time zone, so. Alright, buddy, get out of my way. Why do they have to get in front of you and slow down just enough? And then they slow down at really, really random places. She is. It's going to sleep, and staying asleep she sometimes struggles with. She's usually goes back to sleep way faster than this, but her teeth are bothering her. I gave her a new teething toy, and she was going to town on it for half an hour. So are these her first teeth that are coming in, or has she already had a couple come in already? I know that can be a pretty stressful and difficult time for some of the earlier teeth. Well, I'm sure pretty much any of them, but we didn't go back a little further. Yeah. Oh, there's 2 laps. Okay, perfect. She just got her first 2 bottom teeth in a few days ago. Oh, that's awesome. So she'll be eating pizza and all sorts of stuff pretty soon. No. Have you heard of Connor, for babies when they're kind of teething and stuff and they want like food or to chew on? I know you normally give them like baby food, but they've given like kids a cooked steak to just like gnaw on. Have you heard of that? Because then they get like a lot of the nutrients and stuff from it, but they're not like getting stuff that would be like a choking thing, and it's more of like something for them to chew on and stuff. Eating not fun. Cooked steak. I've heard of a cold carrot. I don't know. I mean, I don't know at what point in the teething process it was, but I remember seeing a video of this little baby getting, or toddler, getting their own little piece of a steak, and it was one that was on a rib bone, so I forget what kind of steak that is. Oh, there you go, slowing down randomly. Doesn't make sense, but I'll take it. But yeah, and then they're just going to town, just gnawing on it and just kind of teething on it and stuff. And they like the, it tastes really good because it's a steak, and they're really, really happy with it. So, sleep. Who needs sleep? I have a caffeine patch. Each patch is equivalent to 12 cups of coffee. Oh my god. You could stay up for days with no side effects. Yeah, no, it sounds great. Then you don't get a break from all this if you don't sleep. Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna give her some well done steak in a week or two, and I've heard of giving them mango pits too. I haven't heard the mango pits part. That's interesting. Yeah, let me know how that goes. Sounds interesting. All right. So I think that'll do it. That's all the points we need to get that last reward, I believe. Yeah. Cool. Okay. And let's go back to the backstage. Okay, so we have 4 left now. Let's just go all the way. Because I've gone through this list already. We've owned all of these. Up until the most recent ones. Kind of like, what is it, March? Oh, I need to try this 4C. That's a pretty fun car. Hummer EV pickup. Interesting. Sure. I'm just sad she's gonna smell different once she starts eating and tasting solid food. Oh, that's true. Yeah, babies have a certain smell. The first food I gave my kid was pickle. she th- she threw a fit when we had to take it away because she had gnawed a piece off, and I didn't want her to choke on it. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure you got to be pretty careful with a lot of that stuff. What else we got left? We got that Mitsubishi Gallant, and then this current stuff, which maybe we'll get another backstage pass at some point, and we can get the other. So we're up current with getting all the backstage cars, except for one of the ones for this week. At Passover, she grabbed a piece of lamb off her plate and shoved it directly into her mouth. Oh, she knows where the good stuff is. That's hilarious. There, I got all those. 735 out of 899. Oh man, got a good number of them. Got another level up. Hey, we're up to level 112. Yeah, I haven't had lamb in a long time. That sounds good. Okay. So, yeah, that's gonna do it for us tonight, I think. So Feo2, do you know when's your next stream coming up? Or are you not sure? Are you still kind of trying to plan out your schedule? And Connor, be sure to tell Bronson thank you for reposting the Rumble stream. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Who is still online? Let's see. I think I haven't streamed the Undrafted in a while. I think I might send you guys his way, actually. He's playing some Project Zomboid right now with Q, and he's a lot of fun to watch. I think we'll send you over there on Twitch, and then on Rumble, I'll send you over to the Game or Die. And Ryan is playing Shadows of the Empire from the 64, which I think he's probably playing version on the PC, but that should be fun. I'll be kind of bouncing between the two. Let's see, Feo2 says, wanting to play Mario Maker tomorrow around 8:39 Central Time. Cool. I'll try to tune in for that if I'm able to. I think I should be available at that point because that's what, 7:30. No, that's like 6:30, 7 o'clock my time. I should be able to do that. At least that's the plan until things go sideways. Yeah, that happens. And make sure that's correctly spelled. Yes. Okay. Matella fell asleep a while ago. That's alright, I figured. But sleep is good. He's a busy guy. Raid time. Sorry I had to lurk so much tonight. No worries. No, Connor, you are a busy mother and you have your own responsibilities. I totally understand, but I appreciate you popping in when you can. So thank you. Feo2, thanks for hanging out. And Joker, thank you for being here as well earlier. Mama 3 Dinos. And the new follow by Mikey. Thank you, Gaming. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out and chatting a little bit as well. And everyone else earlier, Kathy. Yeah, lurks are always welcome. I appreciate when people are here to chat and everything, but you know what? If all you can do is lurk, that is a-okay with me. I am still happy with that. I'm just glad that you can be here. So let me get these raids going, and we'll see you over there. I'll probably be on the Twitch side though, but yeah, thanks for being here, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for Roller Coaster Tycoon Tuesday at about 7:30, 8 o'clock ish, maybe a little after. We'll see. But yeah, have a good night, guys. Take care, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow. So, see you guys. Take care.